Right. So why people even talk like he the best at? He didn't even fight at 135 yet.
Right.
He didn't even have power at 126, 30 or none of that.
He is good.
Okay. How can you? All that's just okay.
That fight between him and Teofimo Lopez, if they fight.
If they fight, I think Shakur wins. I think Shakur wins.
Teofimo Lopez, we've seen him at his best, but he typically brings out his best characteristics when he's back against the wall and he's counted out. And he's going to be counted out in this fight. By and large, people are going to side with Shakur in this fight to win the fight because he's the more consistent fighter, he's the more class fighter overall.
Boxing insiders offer divided opinions ahead of Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez. Gervonta Davis sounded openly frustrated when Stevenson's name came up, questioning why fans treat him like a proven champion before he has fully earned it at the highest level. Davis argued that reputation alone means nothing in elite boxing, and suggested that real respect only comes after being tested, challenged, and beaten top-level opposition inside the ring.
Contemporaries have a lot to say these days. Shakur Stevenson, well, of course, he's now 135 after all that stuff, and then Devin Haney.
Right. So why people even talk like he the best at? He didn't even fight at 135 yet.
Right.
He didn't even have power 26, 30 or none of that.
He is good.
Okay. How can you? All that's just okay. How can you stop people that can actually hit? No matter all that boxing, you going to get hit.
Paulie Malignaggi and Chris Algieri shared detailed breakdowns of the matchup, focusing on both fighters' strengths and how the public views them. Paulie noted that Lopez is often criticized and underestimated, largely because Stevenson enjoys more popularity, a bigger fan base, and greater media visibility. Many fans naturally side with Stevenson because of that exposure. However, Paulie stressed that fight night is where reputations are truly judged. He believes Lopez will rise to the occasion, seize the moment, and prove his toughness and skill, using this fight to show the world he belongs at the very top and can beat Stevenson decisively.
Situation, because Teofimo is at his most dangerous when he's counted out. And this is going to be one of those fights where he's going to be counted out. Because Shakur is looked at by and large as the guy who can dominate boxing in this generation, right? It's just a matter of him getting the opportunity. I myself have felt that he's the guy who could and should be dominating boxing if he gets the right matchups. But bro, this is one of the rare matchups, if not maybe the only matchup, where I feel like is a big threat here to Shakur. And then it would all come undone only because of this reason. Teofimo Lopez, we've seen him at his best, but he typically brings out his best characteristics when he's back against the wall and he's counted out. And he's going to be counted out in this fight. By and large, people are going to side with Shakur in this fight to win the fight because he's the more consistent fighter, he's the more class fighter overall, and he's just so damn good. But Teofimo has a way, when you're so damn good and he knows you're so damn good and everybody feels like you're gonna beat him, there's just something about Teofimo, man. He brings out a different level and somehow supersedes that guy who is that damn good. I've seen it. We've seen it already. I'm not saying anything that anybody else hasn't already seen, okay? I'm just stipulating it. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know who wins this fight. Because again, your better head says Shakur, but then you think about, man, Teofimo. Again,
he's got the X factor.
He's got the talent. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
Shakur is extremely talented and could be the face of boxing as far as being that good and being that dominant, even though no matter how good you are. But this is one of the rare fights where you can get beat. And I don't ever want to hear any of you tank nut huggers that he fights one Uber driver after another. If Shakur Stevenson loses this fight, I don't ever want to hear any of you saying, oh, well, what about Shakur now? Tank this, tank that. Tank fights the guy that delivers my pizza. He fights the guys in the back that are doing the production. He fights the truck driver. I don't want to hear, because he would never have.
Lamont Roach approached the fight with strong confidence in Shakur Stevenson's control of the ring. From Roach's perspective, this matchup isn't chaotic or unpredictable, but rather one built around control, timing, and rhythm. He sees Stevenson setting the pace from the opening moments, using distance and precision to force opponents to fight uncomfortably. Roach believes Stevenson's ability to read movement and shut down patterns would limit much of Teofimo Lopez's explosiveness. In his view, the fight wouldn't turn into a war, but into a technical display where discipline and accuracy neutralize aggression, leaving Lopez struggling to build momentum or find openings.
Okay, cool.
And And doing that, and so I was always going to fight this year. He knew that too. I was always going to fight this year. It was going to be either like a tune-up or something before I fought him, if we were to get that together.
So who do you think wins that fight between him and Teofimo Lopez if they fight?
If they fight, I think Shakur wins. I think Shakur wins. And I don't think it's going to be like a super tough fight either. I think he just, you know, his IQ will frustrate him. And,
wow. Don't you think Teo has also good ring IQ and also is slick, fast?
I think so, but when you look at Teo's performances against guys that are just pure boxers, it's just like he almost lost to Sandor Martin. Some people thought he lost to Sandor Martin. Who else?
He did beat Loma, who's arguably at the time considered one of the best in the world.
He did, and that was a hell of a performance too. A hell of a performance too. So yeah, I mean, I think he's hit or miss. You got to think he got stuff. He a little cuckoo too. Like he has like a little mental lapses every once in a while. Look at the Kambosos fight. Like that's a fight that people would never expect Kambosos to win, and he won a grueling match against him as well. So I just I don't know. I don't think he can get it done against Shakur when it comes to like because it's going to be just a skill match. I don't think he's going to try to.
Roy Jones Jr. framed the matchup around preparation and execution instead of hype or reputation. He warned that Lopez cannot afford even brief lapses in focus against a fighter like Stevenson. Jones explained that Stevenson thrives when opponents hesitate or lose structure, quickly punishing mistakes with sharp counters and positional control. According to Jones, if Lopez enters the fight without peak discipline and awareness, Stevenson will slowly break him down through movement and precision. While Jones respects Lopez's talent, he emphasized that talent alone isn't enough, as Stevenson builds advantages round by round and becomes extremely difficult to stop once momentum shifts.
And how does Shakur beat Teo and vice versa? Stylistically, how does Teo beat Shakur?
Stylistically, Teo got to go in and go for broke. He got to go gamble. He got to take some, get some, and that's his only way to win. If he stays outside and boxes, Shakur gonna pick him apart. Shakur's a polished boxer with some of the best feet in the game right now, and he's a defensive-minded fighter, which is very smart. It's hard to hit him. He makes you gamble to hit him, and he's gonna be a tough one to deal with. But if Teofimo is willing to gamble to beat him, then Teofimo can definitely.
Mondo Rolly Romero offered a different take, calling the fight a true 5050 matchup. He based this view on the fact that both fighters have already proven themselves at championship level against elite competition. Romero doesn't see either man as an underdog in terms of ability. Instead, he highlighted the contrast in styles, suggesting the outcome depends on who establishes control first. From his perspective, timing, confidence, and in-fight adjustments could decide the result rather than a clear technical advantage, making the bout far more unpredictable than many expect.
Great fight.
Yeah.
I think it's a great fight. You'll really see, because I mean, at the end of it, they're both Olympians. They're both multi-division world champions. Teo is an incredible fighter, and Shakur is an incredible fighter. Shakur has a really high boxing IQ and a very Shakur coming out. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a good.
*6 interview Gary Enchu and Russell focused on a specific version of Teofimo Lopez rather than Lopez overall. He pointed to Lopez's performance against Lomachenko as the blueprint for success. Russell explained that when Lopez applies pressure, while staying composed, he becomes extremely dangerous. In that form, Lopez controls the center of the ring, dictates exchanges, and prevents opponents from resetting. Russell believes that if Lopez brings that same focus and intensity, he can disrupt Stevenson's rhythm and keep him from settling into a defensive flow. While acknowledging Stevenson's skill, Russell's view suggests that Lopez has already shown he can rise to elite challenges when mentally locked in.
Play out in the ring.
It's 50-50. In order for you to participate in this sport, you gotta have a high level of confidence. I feel like both of them has a high level of confidence. Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson, but styles make fights. Naturally, I think Teofimo Lopez is stronger than Shakur. Naturally, I think he has more athleticism than Shakur, and he got a good IQ on the sport itself. But Shakur, I feel like he's a more smarter fighter. He's a more technical fighter. I'm not saying that he's a square, or he's just a textbook fighter, but he's seasoned, he's poised. I feel like mentally he's more mature. Like he don't go outside of the boundaries on taking risks. So a lot of times you'll see him fight somebody that could be stiff competition, and it'll wind up being a born fight to a degree. You know, that's why everybody was criticizing him for, oh, he's a born fighter. He's a careful fighter. And I feel like with Teofimo Lopez, he's going to be a careful fighter. Now, just because he's a careful fighter doesn't mean that he isn't punctual with how he do things. I think Shakur, he got a lot of this arsenal that he can use to make him be victorious as well as Teofimo Lopez. You know what I mean? So it's a 50-50 fight, and it depends on what fighters show up the night of the fight. Right. You know? But if I had to give you my whole honest truth, if Teofimo Lopez show up and is ready to fight just like how he fought Lomachenko,